Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today, I'm playing some Mardu Knights in Historic Best of 1 for now. So I said I was going to be working on a Knights deck a few weeks ago, and I have been doing that, and I just unfortunately can't really figure out Knights. I think they're a really cool tribe. They have a lot of really interesting and powerful cards, but in my opinion, they don't really jive together as well as some other tribal decks do. They all seem to be having slightly different game plans, and in the end, it just doesn't work. Also, they suffer from the problem of being a very honest deck. Put all the pieces on the field, hope the opponent doesn't interact with you too hard, and hope that you can swing in to end the game. And that plan is usually pretty weak in Historic, especially when you're doing it on turns 3 and 4. Anyways, I kind of arrived at this knight human hybrid deck. I think it's pretty neat. I don't know if it's the best build, but at least it's fun, and I want to try it out for a little bit in best of 1, see how it performs, and then maybe build something off of this deck. So I'm going to talk briefly about the cards in the deck and then jump into some games. To start off, I do have 2 copies of Dire Tactics in the deck. There are a lot of humans in the deck, so we aren't going to be punished too hard for that downside. This is the only source of interaction in the deck, and I think probably that's going to be one of the big weak points. Likely needs a few more interaction cards in the deck, maybe a few more Dire Tactics, maybe some Fatal Pushes. I'm not exactly sure, but something is going to be needed. I just don't know what to take out yet. I got to see what cards aren't really holding their own. Then we have our knights over here. Knight of Grace and Knight of Malice were recommended by a viewer on the channel. I like these 2 cards quite a bit, but I'm not really sure how powerful they're going to be. I kind of like Knight of Grace a little bit more than the Knight of Malice, simply because there's a lot of black spot removal in the format, and Knight of Grace has hexproof from black. Then we have where the human element that I was talking about comes into the deck. We have 4 copies of Worthy Knight and 3 copies of Adeline. Both of these cards are going to be creating 1/1 human tokens. And I've always kind of said that Worthy Knight is a weird card to me. Why is it creating 1/1 human tokens? It doesn't really benefit from the other aspects of our deck, like Fervent Champion or Inspiring Veteran. So it always kind of sucked to me. But if we can make enough 1/1 human tokens, and we have General Kudrow pumping other humans and pumping other creatures we control with the Benevolent Marshal, we can suddenly turn those 1/1s into maybe 2/2s, 3/3s, or maybe even 4/4s. Also, all of our creatures outside of the Guardian of Faith are humans, so we will get the benefit of General Kudrow on everything else. So he's essentially give +1/+1 to your knights as well. Then we have a little bit of protection, Unbreakable Formation and Guardian of Faith. Guardian of Faith's free card. I haven't really figured it out yet, but I like it quite a bit. And then I've gone with Unbreakable Formation because of the synergy with the single Basri Lieutenant. It says whenever Basri Lieutenant or another creature you control dies, if it had a +1/+1 counter on it, create a 2/2 white knight creature token. If we can use the Unbreakable Formation, put the +1/+1 counters on our creatures before a board wipe or something, it's going to be pretty sweet to leave behind a whole bunch of 2/2s. Then to round out the deck, 2 copies of Ambercleave. Why not? So that's where it is right now. I'm optimistic. I played a couple practice games with it. They went fairly well, but things happen. Hopefully the deck proves itself worthy. See you over there in the games. Okay, Mardu Knights, best of 1. Pray for me. All right, opening hand looks okay. Don't have a turn 1 drop, so this Triumph is going to be pretty good. Not really sure what this means in best of 1. Especially... Oh my goodness, is this... Oh no. I think I know what it is. So, probably put down the Worthy Knight and see if I can get a couple more human white... human tokens out of the deck. This must be Niv Mizzet, which is wild to me. Niv Mizzet, I faced this when I was doing my practice games with the mono black deck, and I faced one of these decks, and I couldn't believe that a Niv Mizzet deck was going to be playing Grafdigger's Cage. It blows my mind. All right, let's do this. Create a 1/1. And then put out this and hope I don't run into a Deafening Clarion. Deafening Clarion is definitely in the cards here. Okay, got lucky. So it might be best just to hold up the Guardian of Faith. Although if they had the Deafening Clarion, they definitely would have used it there. Okay, I'm going to be a little cautious. I'm going to just hold back Guardian of Faith if they decide to Deafening Clarion, and then maybe get them on the next turn. Do have this Embercleave that certainly can be played out. Some pretty good hit from them. I hope they attack. Benelish Marshal is okay. So I can pump and hold up the Embercleave. So if I do this and then I attack in, they're going to block here and here. Then I will get in 2, 4, 6, 8 lethal. 8 plus, yeah. Doesn't matter. Because we're going for the Embercleave win. Wow. Alright. Taking a win off of Niv Mizzet with Knights is pretty awesome. What a good way to start. Okay. Next one. Alright. Game 2. Match 2. Have to cut the last one, which was a win over a mono green weird ramp deck featuring the undead Ronus, but able to take them down fairly handily. But it was on the silly map, so you know. I think I'm okay leading on the Savoi Triome, and then just going out with the Worthy Knight next turn instead of rushing out the Fervent Champion. Oh, I know what we're up against. Could be in trouble if they find the Solemnity 9 lives combo, because there is nothing to be done about that. But if they don't, next turn I'm going to be... Come on, Baffling End. For real? Alright. I was going to say, I'm going to create quite a board state if they don't have anything, but clearly they did. Alright, still going to go out with the Fervent Champion, get in for 2 damage. And, yeah, things are looking up. One thing to note about General Kudro, doesn't necessarily play super well with the Terminant. Wow, Terminant. Can't say that word right now. Having a little bit of a moment. The Terminant Crowns. Now I'm in my head and I can't get rid of it. This place where the knights fight, but thankfully it doesn't really matter in this case. I think I'm going to go out with the Lieutenant instead, though. Put the +1/+1 counter on the champion and attack in. And then next turn, if I do draw a land, I can go Malice plus one of the 3 drops. A little bit unfortunate for the opponent to have double Baffling Ends against my deck. And they're going to be creating a little bit of mana. Protection from multicolor. Pretty neat little thing for this card. Oh, Citizen Champion is going to get very big. But the General Kudro actually can kill it eventually, if I need to, if it gets to that point. Yeah, let's attack in. Pretty good attack here. Got myself a fairly unique board state, I think. And Knight of Malice to the field. Why not? Guardian of Faith might end up holding that for protection at some point. But we'll see. Might be just another attacker. Well, that's cheating. I guess they take the Fervent Champ. Oh, they could take the Kudro. Come on. All right. You know what it is? I've been running pretty hot the last little while. The mono red games that were out on, I guess, Wednesday's video, if I keep things correct. No, that would have been Friday's video because it's Monday. Those games were awesome. I felt like I couldn't be stopped, and yeah, 3 baffling ends in the top 20 against my deck seems legit. Very, very legit. Okay, so I don't think there's any way to win at this point now. There's I could pull a Craterhoof Behemoth and be able to cast it, and it wouldn't be enough. Maybe it would. Still, it's not in the deck. Oh man. Yeah. Oh wait. There's no point in dragging this one out. Very, very unfortunate for us to run against that kind of removal. Next one. All right, match 3 with the Human Knights. Trying their best out here. Yeah, okay. I don't know how much I like this Triome. I thought it was going to be an okay idea because we only have the Fervent Champions for turn 1, but a lot of the time I really want that Fervent Champion on turn 1. Okay, opponent finally makes a play. The Worthy Knight was a pretty good draw off the top because now I can start getting a little bit of extra value with all these Knight plays. And I suppose next turn if I do draw a land, it'll probably be Fervent Champion plus Inspiring Veteran. Attacking for quite a bit. Elvish Visionary is not the scariest, so this is either Shaman or just Gruul. I don't know which I'd prefer. But this is a pretty awesome start. So they'll have a lot of work to do, especially with this Benelish Marshal to follow things up, and then if I can hold up the Guardian of Faith from then on. All right. Tap land for the opponent. So still don't know if this is Gruul or Shaman. But you better believe I'm getting in for 10. I imagine they got to throw that Elvish Visionary onto the Worthy Knight at this point. And then on the following turn, if they just play out the Bone Crusher Giant, we can Dire Tactics that and get a win. Been running into roping more and more lately. I'm not sure what it is, but a lot of the time when I get the upper hand in a game, not a lot. It's been happening like 10%, 15% of my games when things are finally going well for me and the opponent suddenly starts these super hard decisions when there's basically no decision. Block or don't block. I don't know. This seems pretty automatic to me. Okay, so what would be the worst case? Anger of the Gods. Burning Tree is a little annoying, but they're down to 4, and I have the Dire Tactics. No, I think they're still kaputs. Those are good. Oh, the Seasoned Pyromancer might actually keep them alive. That's really obnoxious. Okay, so definitely Shaman. Yep. What a good card. So we have 6 attackers to their 6 blockers. Ugh. How are they able to generate so much mana? 8 blockers now from them. And the grounds. Not the worst card. I think I'm going in. See if I can get some favorable blowouts with the Dire Tactics. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. So I'm going to have 5 bodies on the field at the end of this turn, and I'll be able to remove something. The Harmonic Prodigy is so good. Oh. Let's get rid of that before disasters happen. Still think I played out to the field. And that's fine. Yeah. We're on the Worthy Knight. Oh, thank goodness. I think if that game kept going, things would have gotten a little dicey. So, yeah. Lucky. Keep going. Okay, next one with Mardu humans. Kind of lost track. I think this might be 4. Yeah, probably 4. Hey, do you like lords? I think I found them. This is not always the greatest thing though. Like they're just lords, and they're not like them cool merfolk lords that are lords and then they tap down things. Or don't get me started on the imbalance of tribes. Oh, our poor opponent is mulliganing into oblivion. Down to 4. Well, I mean, I've been there before, and you can get wins on 3 or 4 cards. Oh my goodness, I know what kind of deck they're playing. They're gonna try to jank me out. If they get the combo, I don't have any way of interacting with it, so this could be something real fun to see. I'm not gonna be happy about it, but it'll be interesting nonetheless. Minion of the Mighty. Yeah, they're gonna try to infuriate it into what has got to be 6/6, and then they put in a dragon that allows them to basically win. It's super neat. So next turn we definitely want an untapped land off the top. Imagine that. But we don't find it, so I think it's just Adeline. She's all right. She makes a 2/2. And now we can probably Embercleave next turn. Yeah, a little unfortunate, but that's what happens when you play a one-trick combo deck. A couple more. All right, I'm gonna say it. I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm actually pretty impressed at how well this weird human knight deck is actually performing. No 1-drop, but I think it's an okay hand to keep, especially with the 2 generators. And if I can find a Kudro or Benelish Marshall, then be in a pretty good spot. Going up against the Zombos, though, and the Zombos are probably going to be pretty big, pretty quick. You know what? Knight of Grace? Not the worst card to find against the zombies. Doesn't have protection from black, unfortunately, but hexproof from black might be okay. However, kind of just already dead, and I'm not really sure if there's going to be anything I can do. This is a pretty awesome start for the opponent. Ooh, okay. Well, definitely blocking there and taking... Alright. Getting low. So if I put this out, I can make 2... Yeah, I don't like doing this. But it does make an okay board. May as well attack. Why not? Wow, they let the 1/1 go. Why? But why? Knight of Grace having first strike. I probably should have put out the Knight of Malice because they both have first strike. But I think I need the +1/+1, so maybe not. Might actually be able to get out of this. As insane as that sounds, they really need to keep the Lord of the Accursed around for the Menace. That's wild to me. Okay. Let's flood that board. A little bit awkward right now, because I really don't want to throw in the Adeline. But the Worthy Knight is going to trade with one of them. They do have the Death Touch. Death Touch is really annoying. I need to find Dire Tactics, and I need to find it real soon. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So they're taking damage from these undead augurs. They got to be careful. Does that kill me?
I'm not just fear.
It's lame. Lame. That's not fair. We're making a comeback, and then Liliana comes up. You're like, woo, and you die. Get out of here, scary boogie woman. Next one. I'm really not happy about how that last game went. Oh man. Just lame. Okay, opening hand looks fine. Let me go first. Ow. Yorion. Taking my... Oh, what do you take here? They're all good. Knight of Grace, probably. Wow, they take the Lord. Oh, where were you last game? Would it have mattered? No, it wouldn't have mattered. Because of Oogie Boogie, scary lady. It's got flash, bro. Why are you playing it out main phase? Alright. So, Knight of Grace to the field, then Adeline next turn, generate a couple 1-1. Well, 1-1-1. Hopefully they got black removal. I got hexproof from black. Not doing nothing against me. Okay. Alright, opponent scrying 1 to the top. Sounds fine. So get in for 3. Hopefully they don't have a board wipe, because that would suck. Extinction Event, or worse, Shadow's Verdict. They're 1 mana off Shadow's Verdict, though. Wow, 3 Omen of the Sea. What is this? Two to the top. Must be good cards. Well, Guardian of Faith is an actually okay card. I think I'll keep the Guardian of Faith, so attack in for a pretty hefty amount, and then if they try to board wipe, I have the Guardian to save everybody and win. That's pretty cool. I like this position. Kaya's Wrath. You and you and you and you. That was a really cool effect. Yeah! Alright, Knights get it done. They're alright. Let's go to wrap up. Alright, so you know what? This deck actually feels pretty sweet. I finally feel like Worthy Knight might be a pretty cool card. I've always kind of put this card in my Knight stacks, and then I end up kind of talking trash about it the entire time because I feel like it's kind of useless. But in a number of games, had the Benalish Marshal, had the General Kudra out on the field, making them 2/2s or slightly bigger, it's pretty impactful. And alongside with Adeline, she gets huge. I think she was a 8-5-4 or 9-4 in the zombie game, which I lost, but that was lame. Uh, this thing gets out of control real quickly. Having the protection with Unbreakable Formation and Guardian of Faith, if you can get ahead on the board real early, yeah, it feels like you're in a really, really great position, as you saw in that last game against that Kaya's Wrath. Overall, I think maybe there's something here. Tuning needs to happen. I still feel like there needs to be more main board removal. Maybe there needs to be another 1-drop. I'm also not entirely sold on this Savai Triome, but maybe it's okay. Yeah, just tweaking here and there. Let me know what you think about the deck. I actually was impressed. It played better than I expected. Anyways, that's it for now. It's Monday, so I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. See you on Wednesday, maybe. Bye bye.